Hi. How many of you have heard of not one major business being developed in a small rural area, but two, both being developed within a 15-mile radius of one another within the last 3 years? It's nearly 7,000 new jobs being formatted right here in North Carolina, according to the Wolfspeed and Toyota websites. Sounds like something a politician would say, right? But no, it's the truth. My name is Christy Gilmore, and I am proud to call Staley and Liberty, North Carolina home. At first, I believed that without progress, the little town that I love so much would drown. However, progress around here looks a little different, and I'm obliged to tell you just how. Towns can thrive and grow without chain restaurants and superstores coming in, with hard work and dedication from people who live in the community and love their communities. You see, in Liberty and Staley, you won't see McDonald's or Burger King. You have to go to the next towns over for things like that. What we have are mom and pop stores and restaurants, some that have been around since my parents were children, and maybe even before then. Since the new arrivals of our megasites, Toyota and Wolfspeed, some think that chain restaurants and big superstores will be popping up everywhere. Instead, we saw an increase of our neighbors venturing out, starting new restaurants, new food trucks, new businesses. Our food improved so much better than going to get a burger from a fast food restaurant. According to Tiana, the owner of Mimi and Papa's Place food truck, the megasites have helped bring several entrepreneurs into our area. She also said that she thinks large chain restaurants would not benefit us at all, that our mom and pop restaurants would suffer. She also told me that she had heard from several people in our community that they don't want large chain restaurants coming into town, that they would rather keep it small and local. While we like to keep our dollar to our smaller mom and pop stores, our land values have grown tremendously. According to a general contractor, Russell Limeberry, in the community, property taxes have nearly doubled. With so many new people coming in, they have to live somewhere. And with that, we're seeing farmers selling land for housing developments. At first, as a small-town farmer and landowner, I was very upset, along with others, seeing farms being sold that I knew had been in people's families for generations. But I also see the commerce and growth of our community, the jobs that have been created. The people coming in to work have to live somewhere, and they're going to grow here. So now they are part of us. I get it. Farmland is sacred, and I have seen firsthand how people can turn their backs on the ones selling out for large amounts of money. But with land value being increased and the need for housing, I don't blame these old farmers one bit. There was a farmer who lives just a few miles up the road from here. He had quite a lot of acreage, a nice house, barn, pond, fenced-in pastures. He sold out to a company that wanted his minerals, and they paid him a lot of money. People around here got angry, and I saw him at the cow sale, and it was just so sad. He was sitting there eating alone, and normally he would have every farmer in there gossiping at his table. I sat down and I asked him how he was, and he got to telling me how everyone hated him now. People were giving him dirty looks. They wouldn't speak to him, look his way, and they even told me that people wanted to run him out of town now. But he didn't have anybody to help him with his farm anymore. So while he still had time left, and while he was still young enough to enjoy it, he took the money and was moving to the beach to go fishing whenever he wanted to. Now, he had lost a lot of his so-called friends in the process, but I admired him. I saw a man who was tired and had worked his land his entire life stop and take time for himself and his wife and put themselves first. Now, in this town prior to the megasites, nearly everyone knows you or your parents or have some connection with you. We take pride in our community. We take pride in our small businesses. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, small-town mom-and-pop restaurants show a sense of social responsibility with their communities, with a 55% increase of customers who would rather pay more for mom-and-pop stores. Why? Because they put back into their communities. They take pride in their towns. It's not just food trucks thriving. People have started new garages, restaurants, popcorn, ice cream shops all over town. A local news reporter came to town. She said it best. She said, as the town grows, we walk a fine line to attract new people and business, but to keep our small town charm. We are a charming and peaceful town. Our downtown Liberty looks like a square block. At Christmas time, it looks like a painting. Staley is just two small roads parallel to one another. Often we put Staley and Liberty together because they are connected by one of those roads. Staley is so small, if you blink, you miss it. There's only one building on the main street of the town, and that's a little restaurant that we all know and love named Sammy's that's been there for forever. These people, these new corporations putting us on the map, we can't lose sight of who we are. We can't lose our charm. No town should. Liberty and Staley are currently home to nearly 3,100 residents, according to the U.S. Census and the Liberty Town's website. Most of us care enough to keep our small town small and grow mightily with commerce to keep up with the large mega sites that we have been blessed with. So, the next time you see a mom and pop store or a food truck in the parking lot, don't pass them by for fast food. And don't be too hasty to judge the farmer who, with a for sale sign up, selling out his land. Things grow and things change, but not everything has to change. Stay small, buy local, and enjoy the pace of a small town living.